Hello everyone, greetings from Château Bouffémont. I'm Sarp, your manager here at the Château and your host on the Château Bouffémont live interview sessions. On our Instagram channel every other week we get live and make little nice chats, great interviews with the best vendors around the world, share top tips in wedding organization and learn all about the latest trends in event management. Last week on our channel we made a great interview with Ellen from US. We talked about organizing a post-lockdown wedding in 2021. If you haven't subscribed to already, make sure to do that first, give me a like, and this week in this video we will make a nice interview with Flavia Dausoa-Dautel from Maison Dautel. We will talk about wedding decor trends in 2021, all about decorations and design, flowers, and of course with restrictions being lifted, summer season coming up very fast and the weddings are being allowed step by step. We have lots of adaptation to do, so we'll talk about how to fit all the regulations and restrictions into the equation of our wedding design and flowers. So hang in there, let me get live and we'll jump right into it. Hello Flavia, nice to meet you, nice to see you today here. How are you doing?
Yes, I love your energy.
Yes, thank you very much. I've been preparing to welcome you here on board, so I'm sure you have lots of information to share with us, and I got some questions. So
yes,
let's
I heard you said the 2 minutes and I'm like, oh my god.
Perfect, that's great, awesome. We got lots of questions, but we want to learn a bit more about you right away. So who's Flavia? Tell us a bit more today.
Yes, I'm French, but I have a French father, but my mother is German and Italian, so I'm like a bit, I'm feeling European. I have a mother of two. I have two children. My daughter is 7 and my son is 2, and with my husband, very important. They're with me on shooting. Maybe you will see them this weekend at the Château Bouffémont.
Yes, I know. Looking forward to that too.
For me, it's like normal to have them with me by my side, and I love sharing.
Family matters.
Yes, my passion and my work with my family is quite important for me.
So let's talk about a bit more work. So La Maison Dautel. How did you meet yourself first as Flavia with flowers, and what made you become a floral artist today?
I'm from an artistic family, always loved flowers. As I was a child, I always make a little bouquet for my grandmothers when I was going around in the countryside. But I was good at school and I studied first economics. So I have a double master degree from a French university and a German university. And I had a first life as a project manager. And when I was pregnant with my daughter, I was like, okay, what I want to do, what kind of woman I want to do, what kind of mother. I was not totally satisfied with my professional life. This creativity, I needed this creativity. Just to go to the Floral School of Paris. I had this training at the Floral School of Paris, and it was like a revelation. I loved the colors, the sense, the texture of the flowers. Hereafter, I create my business. And first, I had no idea about the wedding industry, so I just opened a shop. And I had the shop almost three years, but I was not totally satisfied either, because it was for me a bit too boring and I need to be challenging. I need to work on projects. So yes, in the shop it's always, the seasons are coming and you're working on weddings with the kind of design I like and the flowers I like to use. It was not like the market I wanted to, didn't want to work and to stay on this market. So I decided to close my shop and get specialized only on weddings design, floral design.
And how did your first wedding, but with this new idea, new perspective, look like? How was the great experience?
No, it was kind of natural. I noticed, not in the beginning, but now when I see my designs, I'm very inspired by all the time I spent in museum as I was a child, because my father worked in the Museum of Lille, as a fine art museum of Lille. And yes, how I said, I come from an artistic family. I spend a lot of my time in museum on sea painting, and it was like natural to the design I'm working today. It's like, yes, it's like, it's me. So when I was in my shop, I didn't have the budget to work on this design, and I was a bit frustrated, and it came like naturally, you know, when then I made a rebranding, and the clients came, and now it's yeah.
Perfect. Since then you've been full on doing weddings and such celebrations, and mostly in the events, so I'm sure you've been working on these subjects since a very long time. Tell us a bit more about the most unique design that you ever did.
I can say unique because, like, for me, every couple is unique, and it's more about the time I spend with the couples or the wedding planner I'm working with. Like, you know, for me, it's not only the wedding day and my work on the week of the wedding. It's like months of preparation, and I can say that I have one wedding in particular that I more like than others. So yes, I like this experience I have with my couples and the time I spent with them, and I like to being there for them when they are a bit under stress. So I'm like always here with my smile, and it's all going to be fine. Don't worry. For me, it's part of my job. As I mean, you know, in the wedding industry, our clients it's an important day for them, and sometimes it's not all happen like it should be, but we are professional, and we're there to find solutions on the wedding day. And I like when I see that I can take away a bit of stress of my clients.
Sure. I guess
flowers. It's a bit, yes, of course I love my flowers, but it's also a relationship with the customer.
That counts a lot. And I guess this year especially we have much more reassurances to share, and much more stress to take on us, so that our happy couples remain happy and live happily ever after. So let's talk about this year. In your expert opinion, what are the decor trends in terms of style, colors, flower types?
Because I have a lot of postponed weddings. My couples stay on the wedding design, the floral design they chose last year. It's like a tricky season. I feel like I'm not completely in the trend, but what I can say about not especially this 2021, but maybe next year, 2022, I think people will have to want colors. Like after with the COVID situation, the almost 2 years we had, I feel like people want to be allowed to make party and have colors and fun. I'm working a lot with colors, more than usual. Otherwise, what can I say? Yes, I feel like my couples want médicis right now for the wedding ceremony, like médicis here. So for outdoors ceremony, and also for in the church, but like I have a lot of couples who ask for médicis. It's funny, it's more than usual. And it's médicis is quite good because, you know, I'm today with La Maison Dautel, where I'm on a high-end market, but not on luxury markets. So I'm not have like a budget of flowers to work on médicis. For me, it's good for the budget of my clients right now. So it's perfect for the design and the volume, and also shape.
And when we say, of course, médicis, maybe that corresponds to a certain theme. And that would bring me to my next question. How do you pick actually your theme and the wedding style?
Yes, it depends on the venue. Quite classical about it. Like when you came to me and you want like a country wedding, a kinfolk wedding, Château like Bouffémont, I will say, you can get a wedding in a barn, or I don't know. But for me, I like when all is matched together. You know, the venue and the containers I'm using, the design it should be matching the venue for sure. Like I have a lot of containers with me, so if you want to see some, I thought, yeah, you know, for example, for the Château Bouffémont, you have like this kind of medicines or antique ones. This one is a real antique one, so I have not in the same shape, or they look a bit like this one, but they're all a bit different. But like in a venue like Bouffémont, for me, I have also this one it's a bit timeless, modern, but for me, you know, you can use it also in a chateau. I use it a lot for modern but also more classical design, because it's just white, so I like this one. It's from my ceramist here in Burgundy, and I have a lot of different shape. So, and when I need a new shape, I'm just calling my ceramist, I need 30 pieces of this one, and so I know I have exactly what I want. I just need to draw exactly what I want, and he's making the.
And once we choose these items, I guess, of course, we need to choose our colors and the flowers to put in. And how do we make that choice? How do you direct us to the right direction?
Oh, it's for me, colors, it really depend on the clients of the couples, what they want. If they want something more romantic, classical, or if they want to be original and have colors. It depends also of the origin of the couples. Like you will not have the same colors if you have a couples from Asia, or sometimes American couples are more trendy than French couples. So France, in the wedding industry, I feel like the clients need a bit more time to try new things. It's like weddings are quite classical. Really depending on the couples, and then I'm just telling them that what they're buying my eye. So I'm going to go on the market. I'm going to choose the products, the flowers, and the combination of the colors. So they have to trust me. If they like all the colors combinations, they can see on my Instagram, on my feed. If they like it, so they can trust me, and they will be happy. So if they're not sure, I will say, okay, I have other vendors to recommend.
So if you sign with La Maison Dautel, you'll be happy. You just let me guide you instead.
Yes, it's important to trust the vendors you're working with. If you see something and you like it, of what you see on the Instagram or what the vendors did before, I think you can just trust your vendors. And that's why, for me, for La Maison Dautel, I'm working a lot of inspirational shooting, like this weekend, a way to try new colors combination. I never tasted before, so I'm just trying things. So it can give ideas for clients. It's like I think wedding dress designers that's prepare season dresses for wedding season and for me it's yes, I like to work on inspirational shooting for that, to let my creativity and try new things.
Of course, it's also a good opportunity to showcase your work and make new trials, as you said, and to put front the beautiful creations that you do. So let's get more specific now. Let's have a look more towards the wedding ceremony decorations. We always talk about the tables and the bridal bouquets, but we may forget the importance of the ceremony from once in a while. So when we think of decorating a wedding ceremony, what do we decorate? What do we have? The aisle, the floral arch? What are the spots that we need to think of?
Yes, it could be an arc or medicis. I'm not a big fan of, the tiny bouquet on the chairs. When I'm working on a design for a floral design for a wedding ceremony, I'm always have in mind how it's going to look on pictures. For me, when you put just a lot of tiny little bouquet, it's not going to look good enough for me on pictures. I prefer working on less floral arrangement, but bigger floral arrangements. It's for the pictures more, the impact. It's more interesting. I think. So yes, when couples really want to have this tiny bouquet on the chairs, I advise them not to do so, but sometimes, because they see it on other weddings and like, oh my God, yes, but maybe the mother or the father wants exactly this one. It's in a wedding, when you're organizing a wedding, you usually had to make some compromise also with your parents. So yes, sometimes I'm making it when really the couples want it, but I prefer to make bigger floral arrangement on the floor. When clients don't have a lot of budget, I like to use thème, like plants, because it gives a lot of, something interesting. I like it's the shape. And in medicines like this, when you put just a thème, it's just amazing. So, yes, it depends on all couples and the budgets I have. I let them work my creativity and try to find the best design regarding the budget and the colors they want.
And so we have the aisle. You suggest maybe larger flowers, but maybe not at every chair. So after that we have the floral arch. What are we not forgetting when it comes to a ceremony? What boxes we need to tick, what we need to decorate?
Yes, I like to have like a floral arrangement at the end also, because when you see pictures of the full ceremony, it's nice when you have also floral arrangement at the end behind the chairs. You have the end and the aisle, and it depends. An arc can have several shapes. It can be round or a circle. It can be on the floor also. You can have a half arc. It's depend of the design you want. And in medicines, I like to work on different sizes, of course, to make it interesting, always for the eyes and thinking of the pictures.
What is your favorite type of floral arch in terms of shape?
I not have a favorite one. I like.
How do you choose it?
Oh, it's depending of the couples, what they want. It's depending also of the budget. How I said, I always, with the budget of my clients, I'm working on the best design, the sensation of generosity. So I like generosity, but regarding the budget, I will use maybe more greenery or not. How I said, I can use also plants like fern. Yes, I don't have like a special arc. I like to have different projects. That's what I like, and be challenging.
Of course, and you also said every wedding is unique, which is the case. So sometimes arches may look similar to one another, but if we would like to make it more personalized, what type of accessories we could add, and what could we do to make it really as the couple, that it really corresponds to their taste?
You can also add like fabrics. It can really look great. With fabrics, you can also use a tree, a beautiful tree, with a nice fabrics and flowers. Like, I'm not always working only on flowers. I like to mix textures and also fabrics. It's depending of the colors, what they want. Fabrics can be really nice, but you need to have a long. It must be very, very long to looking very generous. Also, I use wood. I like when you want something very natural design. It can be interesting to have a structure in wood. It can be also interesting to have if you have a nice structure for an arc, you can just let a bit of the structure. You don't have to follow the structure. You can have a lot of metal. It's different. If it's nice, it can also work. I'm not a big fan on too classical design, like too round. I like natural design. Sometimes I'm not like working on too symmetrical. I like to have like different sizes, try new things.
So is there any last message, any good positive vibes that you'd like to share with us today? Any last suggestions?
Yeah, what can I say? I'm so happy for these coming seasons. Like calling my clients several weeks ago, and people from America that I didn't hear from here, and they are, I love the vibes of my couples. Right now they're all, yes, I've got my vaccine. I say, yeah, I've got my vaccine too, and yes, I'm prepared, and yes, I'm so happy to be there for them and to see them release. I mean, for all of the vendors from the wedding industry last year, it was hard to be there. We had to be there for our clients, and they were so disappointed. And now to see this energy coming from all my couples, also from my destination wedding couples, being so happy. And yes, I think it's going to be hard this season, because of the postponed wedding and the new weddings. But I can't wait to be there. So I'm
get there. Perfect. Thank you very much, Flavia, for sharing all these positive thoughts and those great tips. We learned a lot. Thank you for joining, and I will see you very soon.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you. Have a good day. Well, that's all about it. That's a great wrap. I hope you enjoyed and learned some great tips on how to get ready for this coming season. All I know is we are ready for you, and if you have any questions, please let them in the comments below. You can always contact us back, and we will see you on the next live session very soon. Stay tuned and enjoy the evening.